Okay, let's get the full story. This is your boy Fat Man DD1. Okay, so it seems that a cosplayer and the part of the cosplay community has gripes with Heavenly Controller, aka Anthony. And which makes this appropriate, she made a twit longer. Twit longers are just longer versions of stuff that you want to say that Twitter can't contain. So we gonna get to the first part. And if you already read the title, what happened between Anthony, Heavenly Controller, and I. So let's get into it. I gotta go to work in a minute. So let's make sure everything here is 100 because the moment something is missing, I'm so pissed. Let's go.
I'm really uncomfortable talking about this, but right now, I don't want people to think I am looking for internet points trying to drag down a large creator. However, I gain absolutely nothing from this situation and hope that situation ends in a positive way for the people who may have been hurt or made uncomfortable by Anthony. Currently, Heavenly is getting exposed for sexually harassing girls and fans. I didn't want to ever talk about this, and just swept it under the rug, because I was scared, and I still am, because I know that his fans will harass me. When I first met Anthony, it was 2019, and I had just started my journey as a cosplayer. I was 18 years old, about to turn 19. I had seen Anthony follow me on Twitter and freaked about it. At the exact moment he followed me, I was streaming on Twitch and had freaked out because one of my favorite creators at the time had followed me.
Now, I can respect this. He followed her, so that's lit. Here's the reaction that we have of her on Twitter, reacting to him following her.
What the fuck?
Okay.
You're kidding me right now.
She does look pretty young here.
You're joking.
Yo. Girl looking
Bro,
pretty
Heavenly
young.
just followed me.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm. We got the
Oh my god.
we got the freak out. We got the oh my god freakouts.
What?
Yep.
Look at that. Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she's still freaking out. Alright. So yes, that is some type of proof. Let's move on. She goes on to say,
Directly after this, Anthony and I began a friendship that was extremely flirtatious.
what?
At the time,
Hold on. So you had a friendship that was extremely flirtatious. So you knew you were flirting with the man, right? So, okay, there's accountability there. At least you knew you were flirting with the man.
At the time, I was in a complicated and volatile relationship with my current boyfriend.
So when I hear the word complicated and volatile relationship, that just means it ain't working out. So you have, anytime you're in a relationship that you feel is this rocky, with the word volatile, like that's it. The relationship should, or you should already throw that shit out the garbage. Be out. But, she goes on to say,
I did explain to him my situation with my boyfriend, and regardless, Heavenly and I were meant to meet the following November for an anime.
so Anime NYC, I know what year she was talking about. I was there 2019. I gave Heavenly Controller one of my shirts that recently showed up in one of his stories. So, Just a Slice brand. So can't wait to capitalize when I make that money in time. But I gave Heavenly one of my shirts back when he was here in November 2019. And his stories corroborate that he was having a lot of fun. And I think that was his birthday month too. November was his birthday month. So he was having a whole lot of jamboree time because it was his birthday that year. So November was Heavenly's time to have fun. So I'll let him have that. Let's go.
I would be working my own booth for the first time outside of Miami.
Okay.
I was obviously excited for this and felt special knowing that someone I looked up to a lot was giving me the time of day and asking to see me in person. He didn't make me feel like just a fan.
Now, when words like he didn't make me feel like just a fan and already we were flirtatious, these are signs that if you didn't feel like a fan, he just treated you like a regular person. Right? Now, regardless, the man could have been trying to squeeze his way into some cheeks. knowing that her relationship was kind of shitty. He's like, oh, your relationship is shitty? You trying to fuck with me? Or you're just being cool. He could have probably been like, oh, her relationship is bad, so they're talking about stuff like that. I don't know, whenever it reached relationship talks, like, that type of conversation, whenever it reaches that level, you have to think for a second, how did we get here?
When the time came, I landed in NYC and spoke with Anthony most of the time I was there.
Okay.
I invited Anthony over to my Airbnb with my mother and my good friend Joey.
So you invited him to your Airbnb with your mom and your good friend Joey. So her mom and Joey was there. There's no way you, Heavenly, would have been making extra moves because your mom would have been like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? And your friend would have been like, what the fuck are you doing? So that's already, like, you got 3 people that can vouch for that. Your mom was there. Copy.
We all 3 hung out and played Smash and drank a bit of wine.
So you hung out and drank some wine. Alright.
Anthony would occasionally put his hands on me and caress me.
So the man was touchy.
And me being nervous, I just kept quiet and would occasionally get off of the couch and offer food or just pretend to grab something from my bedroom in the Airbnb.
So she was uncomfortable. We got that. She couldn't speak up, but your mom is there. Your friend is there. He's there by himself. You have all right to say something. I don't understand when people think these situations are just, I'm gonna stay hush hush. And your mom didn't notice that he was all over you. Your mom was there. I'm confused why she didn't say something.
Eventually, Heavenly left and so did Joey. I've included screenshots of Joey POV in the thread under my original tweet.
Yeah, she does have a lot of Joey's screenshots. So this is Joey's screenshots right here. This is what Joey is saying about Heavenly. Now, if she feels some type of way towards Heavenly, I can understand you. But this situation seems to be more of, how was your mom there, but she didn't say nothing? Joey didn't say nothing. Let's continue.
The next day, November 17th, 2019, Heavenly invited only me to go to his Airbnb and hang out with him and his friends.
Okay.
I didn't tell him, but I brought Joey and my longtime friend Desi with me to put space between us because he was heavily flirting with me and trying to put his hands on me.
So he was heavily flirting. He was already trying to put his hands on you. You bought other people. You went to his Airbnb where he was already drinking and having fun with his friends. Okay, let's continue. So you already put yourselves in a situation. You already had other people around you to make you feel safe. But if you didn't feel safe, don't go to his Airbnb. Like, already, for the most part, in the beginning of the story, you had enough control or enough thought and enough sense in the beginning, in the moment, to say, I don't want to be here. What happened when it came to Joey and your friend Desi? Like, oh, if I have them around me, I'm golden. But that's, yo, come on, man, that's a lot right now. But she already knew he was heavily flirting with her. Was she flirting? But she said she was also flirting back. Or it was a heavily flirting conversation. So you were sending him mixed signals, and he may have. I think niggas work direct. Like, if you ain't direct with niggas, I don't know what you're doing.
I told him many times that I had a boyfriend and that I wasn't interested in being his girlfriend or having anything with him because I was working things out.
Okay, which is respectable. Look, I'm trying to make this volatile relationship seem something better. And that's very adult and grown up. I gotta do something better in my relationship and move forward. Fine.
And trying to create a boundary that I felt shouldn't have been crossed out of respect for myself and my on and off again boyfriend.
Sometimes a lot of dudes will cross those boundaries or give zero fucks. I'm just saying.
As I said, I did occasionally be cheeky toward him because I was in a complicated relationship, but never really fanned that flame to the point I would be severely betraying my relationship. Regardless, I wanted to be friends with Heavenly because I looked up to him and wanted to be involved in his life and have a relationship with him, whether it was platonic or not.
But you wanted to have a relationship whether if it was platonic or not. You still wanted to be cool with him and part of his life. You wanted to be part of that dude's fan journey. You were still fanning. You're still a fan. At this point, you are still a fan. And he treated you like a fan because you still had these fan ideas. So off the cuff, this situation seems to be more than, he treated me more as a fan, but you're still gazing at him like a fan. I want to be part of his life. I want to be this and that. Yeah, you're still a fan. Like, I can tell this is fan behavior. Like, okay, yeah. Or just say, I want to be cool with the guy. And that's probably it. And keep it stepping. Anything else is just too much.
The night we all hung out, he was upset with me for bringing my friends and either ignored them or mistreated them. If I didn't bring my friends, it would have just been me and a bunch of guys with Alice being there, who was already drunk when I arrived.
So Alice, I know who that is. And anybody who doesn't know who Alice is, that's Etika's ex-girlfriend. She was kind of there for most of the stuff that happened. Now Alice, which I've seen from her stories, this chick is wild. Anybody around her is also crazy. So either he ignored them or mistreated them. Because I'm guessing he wanted to spend time with you. This type of behavior would be from him just wanting to be with the girl. Now, I don't know how old she was at this point. She does say it here. Now, did he know? I don't think so. Did she tell him? Who knows? Right? Now that's up in the air. For the fun in itself. But let's continue.
It was heavenly. Long Beach Griffey, Alice, and some other guys whose name I can't remember.
So I remember this in Anime NYC. Long Beach Griffey was there. That is true. He even did a video for my boy Lefty Knox, my boy Nick. He was there. I never saw Alice, but he said some other guys. King Vader wasn't there at the time, not that I know of. But who was there was this black dude that's always around Heavenly and King Vader. This one dude, I forget his name, but he mad cool. And that was Heavenly's birthday month, I believe. Because when he was at Anime NYC, his birthday came up. I don't know if it was during Anime NYC or it was after. I think it was after. So, in itself, crazy. Alright. But with Long Beach Griffey being like mad fucking like, I have fun, Alice being crazy, this in itself, yeah, this could have been a wild party. Now, I ask myself, she didn't know what she was getting herself into.
I can't remember. I was 18 at the time, and I didn't like to drink so much.
I can't remember the names, alright? And she says, I was 18 at the time. Alright, at the time. I don't like to drink so much. Okay, so she does drink. She don't when it comes down to the I don't like to drink so much, she does like to drink though. She does like to sip here or there. So that's 100% in the fucking right. She does drink, but not a whole lot. So there we go with that.
However, everyone was drinking, and he and his friends cheered for me to chug a bottle of Sunny and vodka that they'd made.
Sunny D and vodka? That's a weird combination. I think a lot of, like, if you ain't drinking it straight, it is what it is. I don't drink, period. Like, at special occasions or at all, I just don't drink. It just doesn't please me. I don't find pleasure in it. It sounds corny. It's like, I don't care. So hopefully if she was pressured by it, it's pretty fucked up.
They told me to go home if I wasn't going to drink with them. Which
is true. These are all people who are drinking, having fun. Hey, if you ain't gonna drink with us, get the fuck out of here. That's straight to the point, because they're thinking that you're stepping on their party and you're not having fun the way they're having fun. Now, me and my friends don't need drinks to have fun. I think other people be thinking that you need to drink to have fun. That's just a fucking load of bullshit. But for this party and these group of people, it's like, they all said it to her. If you ain't gonna drink, go home. And I would have kind of took that sign. Like, just hearing that, man, I would have took that.
They told me to go home if I wasn't going to drink with them. So I drank it, wanting to spend time with all of them and enjoy my 19th birthday in a way I thought would impress Heavenly and his friends.
So she turned 19th this month as well. So she was turning 19. So she was actually 19 this entire time. But she said she was 18. So, alright. So she was turning 19. She was drinking. It's New York City they're in. Our drinking laws is kind of different. It's 21 and up. And the fact that she was 18 and she was drinking is what it is. This is behind closed doors. In New York City, if you drink it behind closed doors, no one gives a fuck. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy yourself.
Remember, I was 18 years old. These people are all in their mid to late 20s.
True.
After doing this, Anthony and I took a photo together and he posted it on Instagram.
I could remember seeing that back in the day, back at the time. if he posted that on Instagram, like posted it, like this is his new girlfriend or some shit, I could have seen that. Now, Heavenly has a lot of trolls or people that follow him, so they would have automatically seen that.
Of course, his fans immediately began insulting me, telling me that I resembled ugly characters in anime, or calling me a straight-up man.
Damn.
They also encouraged a relationship between us and continued to say that I was part of his harem now.
Yeah, Heavenly is the perverted nigga, so the perverted nigga is always gonna have a straight-up crazy fucking harem. Alright, let's continue.
I went to the bathroom, and when I came out everyone was gone.
Okay, stop. So after a while of partying, having fun, they took a picture, a little more of that, she went to the can, everybody started to still keep partying for a bit, but then they were like, yo, we gotta go, and everybody started to leave. Okay, interesting.
The front door was open, and I could hear everyone downstairs getting ready to leave in the Uber to the club, so I went to the living room to get my phone, and text my mom that I was heading to the club.
Okay, she texted her mom, she let her know, she heard everybody downstairs. Alright.
Already. When I went to grab my phone, Anthony snuck into a corner and grabbed me by my waist and held me against his body.
Alright, so Heavenly was trying to get some happy quick time with her. He was trying to get really, like, hey, girl, you know, you've been... So, for him, he was like, hey, you know, we've been flirting. I've been going back and forth. You may have said this and that. He probably had a lot of drinks, too. Heavenly Controller, for a lot of people who don't know this, he fucking drinks a lot. Him and anybody else he's around, them niggas drink, bro. They heavily drink. Etika was heavily drinking in crowds like these niggas. Drinking. And I don't even know why. But I don't think they drinking like how Etika was. You know, they killed the demons. But Heavenly drinks hard. So, he could have been intoxicated. He could have been out of his loop. I'm not defending him. I'm just throwing out facts. Like, I've seen this nigga and all these other niggas on social media with Heavenly. Drinking and having fun. A lot of drinking. Especially Alice. So, when it comes down to it, boy oh boy.
And was talking down to me about how bad he wanted me and how he wanted to have a quickie.
Oh.
I kept trying to get away from him, but he started to kiss my face and tried to kiss my mouth, but I pushed him away, grabbed my phone.
Did he smell like fucking liquor? Did he not stink like fucking alcohol? Was he not fucking intoxicated like fucking assholes are? I can respect Heavenly for the content he makes and the shit he says. But what I don't respect is when niggas don't know how to control their alcohol. The nigga said he wanted a quickie. She said he's talking down to me. You mean he's talking down like, yo, let's get down? Like, let's get down real quick. Let me get a quickie. Like, let's fuck. Like, y'all were doing all this extra shit, and he may feel some type of way about it. But even if he feels some type of way about it, he's still having fun at a party, looking at you like, I'm about to bang this girl. You must have not read the room. I would have been reading the room as any type of dude or guy in a situation. Shit, girl in a situation. Reading the room is a factor when you've been talking to someone at a certain status. No matter how old you are, when they say women mature faster than men, I don't think they mean that. Because she should have been reading the signs of the party, him, the first time he showed up with you and your mom. Like, he was giving you constant drinks. Like, bro, your mom should have said something to you in the beginning. That shit don't... You know when it don't click, it don't click? You know what I mean? Some of this ain't clicking well. Like, people weren't saying something to you before you went to go to this party. I'm just saying. And you didn't realize that he could have been a little tipsy. She didn't say his breath smelled like alcohol. So that means he was moderately controlling himself.
I had multiple missed calls and texts from Joey, who was waiting outside for me. The front door of the building has a buzzer, so he couldn't come upstairs to get me or see what was going on.
Okay.
Right after the incident, Desi was waiting for me in the hallway outside of the unit's front door.
So, she was waiting for you in the hallway outside of the unit's front door. So she didn't, you know, come into the unit. She didn't see Heavenly. Because if she was waiting outside of the unit hall, outside the front door of the unit that they were in, she didn't, like, walk back to the room and grab you at any point. That's kind of weird. I'm just saying there's things that don't add up for people.
We took a photo together, and I saw her off. Heavenly followed me out and kept asking that I leave with him instead of Joey. I told him I came with Joey, so it's only right I don't leave without him.
Yeah, okay.
So, I and Joey left for the club.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say anything. However, Joey said a few things about what he remembered from that night. Included in the thread below is the original tweet.
Seen the original tweet. I've seen that stuff already. For some of you who haven't seen it already, I'll show it to you guys in a bit. Let's go. So this is what Joey remembers from that night. It's kind of like what it is for the most part. You know, this is all the stuff he remembers from that night. This is the photo that she took with her friend Desi in the bathroom. The girl looked pretty okay. I know that I've seen her before on the gram. So, alright.
We went to the club and Anthony bought me about 2 or 3 drinks, and I quickly became drunk.
So, Heavenly was highly getting her drunk to fuck her or get her to have a little more fun because he might have felt like she was uptight, right? Now, I don't want to defend niggas who are drunk, but I do want to make this statement to be very, very optically straight up with all of y'all. Heavenly Controller is doing a little too much. Now, her and Heavenly don't know how their relationship is, but we can obviously see in this one photo of her ass cheeks that him and her have communications. Look, this is only from August 4th. Yes, with the wet emojis. She's like, get your fluorescent glasses started immediately. So, you know, Heavenly with the t-shirt off. Why was this anime so gorgeous? Heavenly with the boom. And obviously this like has to be from one person. There's no way this like ain't from this ain't from her. Like, for real. So this was how their conversation, and this is August 4th of this year. I don't want to hear nothing about nothing. But that's how it can be seen from just a few points of view, right? Oh shit, her tweets are probably protected. That's how it can be seen. He comments on some of her stuff. Now, is that wild? Is that crazy? No. But there's also another image that he's also commented on that she hasn't said shit about. And her tweets became very protective. So unless I'm following her, I can't see the rest of her tweets. Which is kind of like, alright. Because I said I would make a video about this, and I am. And I'm kind of making strides here. Let's finish this.
There are videos of me stumbling around and sitting on the couch with Joey, Anthony, and Alice. Alice was super drunk as well and kept grinding on me and dancing on me as we were sitting.
Okay.
There were about 6 or 7 people recording this on their phones, and suddenly Alice sat on me and made out with me without my consent.
So, Alice, and for some of y'all, like I said, I don't know. This is Alice. This is Etika's ex. This is her. She's like fucking extremely thick-tastic. Likes to have fun, does a lot, right? She does a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you, right? And at this point, we should be getting down to the point where she is kind of finished with this. And we've seen the tweets, we've seen everything. This is the end of the art, like the end of her twit longer. Let's finish this. Also, if Alice might be in the wrong for doing the kissing, let's be real. If there's video footage of Alice kissing her, that video footage is out there already. But like I showed you the tweet and the comments of Heavenly in there. Heavenly and this girl, their friendship must be rocky, or she must just had a problem with him. Like, fuck this nigga. Because like I said before, and like I showed you in the comments here, where is it? You know, it was this little back and forth ain't bad. Commenting, it's funny, it's Twitter stuff. But this here, Alice seemed to do a little more than Heavenly. Heavenly, yeah, he was kissing and doing extra. But then Alice actually made contact, like, up in her drill. But regardless, let's continue.
I'm genuinely surprised that these videos have not surfaced anywhere. I'm already expecting an influx of hate from Anthony's friends as well as his fan base.
Now, the videos, maybe they probably weren't recording because they know how Alice is. Like, she's known probably in the community. And I think a friend of mine knows her as well. So she's known in the community for doing extra crazy shit with girls and guys. And this may go over a lot of people's heads. Other people may not want to speak about that. So they just probably ignore it. That's a crazier part. So let's continue.
But I'm ready to face this with the support of my boyfriend, my friends, and girls that may have been affected by Anthony and his friends. I don't know if this is a conscious thing they do, but other girls mention how he invites them to parties or get-togethers with his friends and eventually leaves them two alone. Which is exactly what happened to me.
Okay, but that's probably because a lot of people will see that, hey, maybe give them some time alone. Friends will always do that, and they say, yo, give them some time alone, because mans is probably trying to mac. And that's how it is. People do that. It's not just because, oh, they do this all the time. People probably know Heavenly's trying to mac. I wish I could see, like, the other tweets I wanted to show you guys, the photos and stuff that he also commented on, but it ain't nothing serious. But, to the same point, I don't think it was nothing malicious. Except for him getting you drunk and him wanting to have fun with a drunk person. I think Heavenly really be doing the honestly too much, and no one was able to kind of put him down and say, yo, bro, I think you pushing it. And that's where it became fucking crazy. No one's ever told him that. I think even in these circles, you're 20, you're 18, then, you know, you're turning 19, I think that month. You're going to celebrate your birthday. You're celebrating it with your favorite YouTuber, his friends, but you don't know these people. You don't know how they act. You're fan-struck in awe, but you want to be part of his life. You don't want to fuck him. You don't want to have fun with him. You already told him you had a boyfriend, but somehow your mom, your bro Joey didn't see the signs that, hey, he wants you and he don't give a fuck if you have a boyfriend. So you should straight up not go to that party. Nobody just told you don't go. And you would have been a girl, but like, well, you know, I do like him and I want to be. And she said it herself. She wants to be a part of Heavenly's life some way, some possible, even if it's platonic and not in a relationship. That's fine. But you should have seen signs like this coming the first time he came up to you. And when you went to a party with him, all these other YouTubers, and if Heavenly is smart like the rest of them, the rest of his friends, if they are recording constantly, which they are, Instagram has probably kept all of their recordings. You guys can go to Instagram and you can keep and find all the files you have that are stored there, because Instagram keeps all the videos, all your posts, and that shit is there, bro. It's fucking there. Which is crazy. But let's continue. This is the rest of her article, and I'll give my final opinions and thoughts on this.
From the beginning, Heavenly kept telling people I was joining his harem and that he owned me when I was literally just a fan of him. I didn't talk about this ever because if someone were to look at this situation from the outside, the automatic assumption would be that I cheated on my boyfriend or was just being a hoe.
The automatic assumption was I cheated on my boyfriend or I was just being a hoe. But you wasn't. You automatically went out there to fan. You was a giant fucking fan. Which is kind of crazy. You know, that's a little too much to say for a nigga. But I do say that he was drunk and he said this crazily. Because he probably calls his fans his harem. And that's fucked up. Nah, I'm playing. Girls who like this nigga, he probably knows. Like, I think I got a harem. Like, real niggas want harems in real life. Like, anime made it awesome to have a harem, but, like, a real man wants that shit in real life. But no nigga has that. Like, animes make it seem so simple, but it's not. And I get it. She wasn't a hoe. She wasn't trying to be a hoe. She was just trying to get close to the person she idolized and fucked with. Now, do I think she's bad at reading the fucking room? Hell yeah. Do I think she was doing all of this just to get something out of it? Yeah. But also, are you also dumb? Yeah. Should someone around you been talking like, don't go to that party because that's stupid? Even if you went with friends and somehow niggas left you alone, I wouldn't, like, bro, I know not to leave my friends alone in a room by themselves with somebody. And all of her two friends left the room and one nigga was outside. The other chick was in the hallway where the unit was at. The fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, y'all friends must be slow or dumb. If you saw that he was trying to do more extra shit to her. Y'all saw that they pressured her into drinking and you should have went home. But she fanned. She broke under peer pressure. She caved into these situations. Is this her fault? Yeah. Is it their fault? Yeah. But also, you're trying to chill with an older crowd of people who already are experienced and having fun in this space. You're trying to join their space. You want to be cool with his friends and all. Man, get the fuck out of here. I never cared about this type of shit. Now she's really trying to be involved. And now she's coming out saying that look at the stuff that he did. Which the stuff that he did is bad. I ain't gonna fucking stress that. Do not. And a lot of niggas need to know this. Do not be out here drinking. Do not be out here fucking thinking that these girls are gonna fuck with you and they're gonna be all over you when you're trying to get them drunk. And then you're gonna be doing some extra rapey crazy shit. Heavenly caught her by surprise, kissing all over her, wanted her. He wanted her, is what she says. Now, I don't know what his side is and how he feels about this situation. But it seems to be very crazy. It seems to be very put down on he's a monster or he did this or this is his fault. But in reality, it's also your fault, honey. You were 18, chilling around 20-year-old people. You know what I was doing when I was 18? I was chilling around people, but I wasn't doing the things they were doing and I could never be peer pressured. You wanted to be cool in his eyes, but you wasn't. You were just a body for him to get. And that's where your mom, your boy, and your friend should have gave you some personal advice and say, yo, I think he just wants to fuck. And none of them said shit to you. From a real New Yorker, you bugging. You didn't realize it, and you just kept fanning. And he knew you was a fan. He knew you was a fucking fan. He knew that, and you were fanning the fuck out of it. You were just praising this nigga's dick. That's what made his head big. That's what made him go the extra mile. Is it fucked up? Yeah. Do I have an excuse for it? No. I can't excuse another man's actions. I can't excuse any of this shit. I can't even excuse her actions. And the people around her from not being fucking set to set her in place. But then she didn't speak up until 2021. Stop speaking up too late. Start speaking up when it happens then. Start smacking niggas. Start kicking niggas. Start pouring drinks in niggas' faces. Start being ruthless to niggas if you don't like something. Because whatever happened in that room, she was able to get out of that room when he was kissing and doing all this extra shit. So I'm guessing she pushed him away, slapped his ass to get out that room from a drunk nigga. Shit crazy, bro. Let's continue.
I only gained the courage to talk about that weekend because a friend of mine shared her experience with Anthony. Thank you for reading.
This is her twit longer. And like I said before, and like I showed y'all, Heavenly and her had a little whatever the fuck on Twitter. And this may be nothing. This is just comment to comment. And that's fine. But then he also comments on something else. And she doesn't even like it or respond to it. And that's before that. I can't see any more of her tweets. I would have to follow her, and that's not happening. Because her content seems to be appropriate enough. So, let's get down to it. The moment she wanted Heavenly to notice her is the moment she failed. The moment you didn't realize your space, what you weren't comfortable with, you bended that for him. Let's get this off the jump. There's nothing in my entire fucking life I hate than other people not willing to speak up for themselves, no matter what age you are. They say women mature faster than men. You weren't mature in this situation enough to tell the nigga no and to speak out loud to his friends, hey, me and Heavenly ain't fucking. I think he's cool. If you were brave enough to say it to him, but you weren't brave enough to speak out loud and say, yo, we not fucking. Regardless, you said to us you had a flirtatious relationship. I do blame both parties. I blame her and I blame him. I blame him for not being smart enough to say, let me keep her at a distance and just be cool with her. And if you're smart, you can catch her when she's not with somebody or when she's, at a certain age to make better decisions and choices. But she's already putting up like lewd extra content. She's like 20 something now, I'm guessing. That was 2019. She's 21 now. She's 21 now. Right now, she is 21. Has to be 21. It's 2008. She's 21 right now. If I can count that. Or she's probably 20. Whatever, right? Off the cuff, I can never say she was in the complete right to do this. Should you have blasted this thing on the internet? No, I don't think so. If you had a problem with this, you should have went to his face. You should have talked to him about it. And you should have had words to him. Straight up words to him. Like, yo, this was fucked up. Blah, blah, blah. Fucking made a podcast episode out of it. And really blew him up and talked about it. and have a nigga react to it. Like, yo, what the fuck? Blah, 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 nigga. Like, nah, it wasn't even like that. And that's how it is. For the most part, I would have respected that than this. This just makes me feel like I don't know who to believe. And I heard Heavenly came out with a video about it that he says he went to the Airbnb to her, but he didn't do what she said. So in that flaw right there, I can't believe neither one of these people until I hear the full story from both sides. I fuck with Heavily controlling his content. As a person, I don't know you, bro. And I can't contain to know you, or I can't pretend to know you. You know, it's like, oh, I know him. I don't know this chick either. But it seems to be that she's kind of lacking knowledge somewhere and social cues. And the ability to get the fuck out of a situation if you don't feel respected or welcome in it. And him, he's a drunk fucking idiot with other people that are just like him. So, I don't care about either one of these sides. Now, I do care that she's saying that he did this, and did this. Now, as he said, she said, I can't fuck with that bullshit. But I can understand it from the people around them. This is only from her point of view. Now, if we get his point of view, which was everybody was recording shit that was happening on Instagram 2019. I was at Anime NYC 2019. I gave Heavenly one of my shirts. I can prove he wore one of my shirts because I have the fucking screenshot. So when it comes down to stuff like this, you gotta be prevalent enough to realize how far does your evidence go? Because baby, my evidence goes fucking far. You see how I was able to go 1, 2, 3, and that's my evidence right there? Her evidence is what she said, but it's not enough for people to go off of it. Now, a lot of people are going to say, why not believe her? She's a woman. I'm like, yes, but we don't know the sensitivity of what she's saying is 100% true. Heavenly gets drunk. He might not remember most of this shit. He could say, yeah, I remember this, but then he'll have to be like, well, actually, I don't remember that, so I actually don't know. So then he doesn't know. He can't occur. Like, he won't fucking remember. I don't recur. Like, that's fucked up. So it's her point of view against his. In reality, we'll find out what's happening. I do understand from any YouTuber who's out there, and you have a fan base, and you're growing, and you have a lot of people that you fuck with, do me a favor. Just tell them you want to fuck and be honest. And if they don't want you, move away. This is why in the anime community or the cosplay community, I'm a nerd that will tell somebody, if I want to fuck you, I want to fuck you. If I don't want to fuck you, I don't want to fuck you. I let myself be known. This is why me and Heavenly Controller are two different men. I can get ass, and I can get the person I want, but I'm not going to force myself onto them. I'm not going to get them drunk. I'm going to make sure they're in their right fucking minds to have a convo like, yo, I like you, I want to see where this goes. And if it don't go nowhere, it don't go nowhere. But I already have somebody for everything I could ever want in a person. I don't really want to search for other people out there because I know there's no one out there that fits me than the person I'm talking to right now. So I think Heavenly fucked up major. And she also fucked up by putting this out there to just have the internet put him on blast. Like, what the fuck? So from me to you guys, this is your boy Fat Man. Tell me what you think. Leave your comments in the description below to talk about this. Do you think she was right about this? Do you believe her? I believe some of the stuff that she's put out here. It's very detailed and very specific and precise. Some things that people have done don't make sense to me. So I just question the people around her and the thought patterns on that. And I question her thought patterns and thinkings in general. I question Heavenly and why the fuck he's such a drunk bastard and the friends around him. But I also respected people who said, if you can't drink with us, nigga, leave. Respectable. I would have listened and fucking bounced. But this is what I believe. This ain't what you believe. So let me know in the comments below. This is your boy Fat Man. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon to be notified. From me to you, peace. And I'm out. Oh, shit.
Shit. Getting bit on drum. You little niggas gonna stop acting like my shit ain't the grill. Some of you niggas get your front teeth for grills. And I ain't talking about the contract.
Ain't loving these fake hoes. Room smelling like 8 switches. Room service like 2K. NBA, I'm ballin', nigga. All the niggas falling like autumn, nigga. Talking shit, I saw them niggas. Now they daughter want a picture. Rough, ain't it? Fuck famous. Niggas too real, got the most haters. Wrote a story so Stephen Curry. How it feel to be golden.